Get ready for transmission. Hello, humans. Welcome to the Gen X Gamer Show. It's time to talk. Well. Let's look at Republic and their Atari offering, the Atari game pool. How's it going? Only $165,500 out of 94 investors, aka suckers. I'm glad, guys, that the awareness level has been raised in the community regarding these type of investments with Republic. Right? Actually, Tommy did beat him in fundraising. Right? And they've only raised $165,500 out of the 1 million goal. So that's why I have the doubtful lips there. Doesn't look like they're going to make it still. You know, they have like 125 days left or something to do this in, another 4 months or whatever it is. But guys, I'm glad that the awareness has been raised in the community regarding this type of investment, which is unnecessary for, the size of a company that Atari is, with the quality of games that they've had. This is a type of funding you do when you're in desperation, right? And I don't see any evidence that Atari is going bankrupt anytime soon. Their stock, even though it's not, worth hundreds of dollars, has been stable last few months. And they're a solid brand, right? They have name recognition. It's something you can bank on for a long time. Not only that, the games that they have been putting out have been great, especially for the retro community. They, unless they're mismanaging their money, they are making, profits on these games. Now, they did make some bad choices there with a lot of the NFTs, the crypto, that kind of stuff. But overall, when it comes to the game offerings, they have been doing rather well. And there is no necessity to use a company like Republic in this case. They recently acquired some more licenses, but if you really dig down deep and you look at their body of work, they can make these offerings directly to venture capital, and that is one of the things that gives me pause here. Whenever you're doing these type of investments, guys, one of the things you do want to do is offer them to venture capitalists. And the reason you may want to do that, okay, again, not financial or legal advice, as I always tell you, is because venture capitalists go with the fine tooth and comb. Because they only want to invest in things that they have a decent chance of making money, or at least returning their initial investment, right? They don't invest in things that are not going to make money. So that, that is really here my only question. Why wasn't this offered to venture capitalists where they could raise funds and not make this so public? This notion that these companies do it because they love their customers or they want the fans to participate in revenue sharing is a bunch of horse manure, guys. When you need investment, it doesn't matter who gives you the investment. As a matter of fact, the faster, the better. So if you have a single investor that's going to give you all the capital at once and you don't have to do a bunch of paperwork, then, you do it that way. If you really want to offer, your audience a cut of the pie, as is suggested in a lot of these, investment offerings, you can do it direct. With their track record, you can do it direct with the customers. And it makes no sense to use a third party other than shielding yourself from potential lawsuits, like in television, for example. If you invested in television, your recourse is to go to Republic. It's not going to Intellivision. It wouldn't matter because that LLC, as we reported here before, is nowhere to be found from what customers are saying. There was a funny comment I got on Reddit where a gentleman said, well, if, and I'm paraphrasing here, but Tommy's wife's lawyer probably knows where all the bodies are buried, right? He would have all the information. But in this case, Atari could just make a direct offering to the public, post a guarantee return of what have you, and not have to share the potential income with Republic. Why would you do that? These are the questions that people are asking themselves. And, I'm glad I'm not the only one, guys. There's many people out there that were banging this drum against Republic for a long time, in Reddit and in other places, because these investments don't make sense. If you read that contract and you look at a $500 offering and you have a face value of 0.0001 cent or $0.001, I'm sorry, plus a bunch of disclaimers that you could lose all your money, why would you even try to put your money in here? Why aren't venture capitalists investing in this sure thing? If you can get 100%, 200, 300% return on this. Let me tell you guys, an investment, you are happy when you get 20%. Where else are you going to get 20%? You're not going to get it at the bank. You're not going to get it through other means usually, especially now in the stock market. Unless you're a wizard, you're not going to get that kind of return. So that is always a question. Why do you want Joe Public to invest in this? The reason is simple. Joe Public doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Joe Public is not going to have the recourse to file anything at a $500 investment level because most states have a limit of $3,000 for small claims court. And you're not going to hire an attorney in any state, it doesn't matter where in the U.S. you are, to sue for $500 because it's going to cost you more to hire the attorney. Attorney's going to be $3,000 out the gate, minimum, if not more. Nobody's going to take a pro bono case on these issues. So it's a lose-lose proposition for the most part. Not that they've never made any money, but what I'm saying, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for larger companies. It's unnecessary for companies that have millions of dollars, as far as valuations. I could see it if it was an indie developer, but Atari, no. Other than to limit your liability and for a particular reason targeting novice investors, I don't know why they would even do this, but I am proud of you guys. I'm proud of the community that has, learned their lessons from the past with Tommy Tallarico, with Intellivision, and all the millions of dollars that were, lost there that are nowhere to be found anywhere. And I hope Atari learns the lesson here. If they need funding for whatever reason, which they shouldn't, but if they do, they need to find another way to make it, because it shouldn't be from the community. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit those like buttons. Tell me what you think. You think these guys are going to hit the million? I really don't think so, but we'll see. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.